in Group C of the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers. It is a New Zealand team coming off a big victory against Australia, facing off against a Guam team that is playing in its first game in the 2021 qualifiers after successfully getting through the pre-qualifiers to this stage. There is the games, the Guam versus Hong Kong game, postponed from the opening round of fixtures. And we've seen Australia get the easy victory over Hong Kong earlier today. So that means Hong Kong currently at the top of Group C, but only because they have played 2 games. New Zealand, having defeated them earlier this weekend, will leapfrog them to top spot should they take victory here today. Well, a Guam team which believes this may well be the best team to ever represent their country. Will be facing off here at home as the hosts against the power of New Zealand. Here comes the New Zealand team out onto the floor. We said they come off a very impressive victory indeed against Australia. Real impressive performance to take the 108-98 victory in Brisbane on Thursday. If you've not seen this New Zealand play, they play up-tempo, they play fast, they shoot a lot of threes, and they put a lot of points on the board. As head coach Perry Cameron, a legend in his own right for a New Zealand team which had great success at world-level competitions when he was in the team. And now their opposition, their hosts here today, Guam, a team which will be loving being at this stage of the competition. They came through the South Pacific Championships in 2019. They performed very well indeed, taking first place in the Pacific Games, defeating Tahiti in the final, 83-74. And they were led by that man there, the number 42, Ty Wesley, a man who is known well to the New Zealand players. But this is an exciting team for Guam, and head coach E.J. Calvo there, a man who's done a lot to get this team on the map here. So we will break as everybody stands for the national anthem, as we will begin with New Zealand. God defend New Zealand. And now, the national anthem of Guam.
Remain standing to honor Guam with the singing of our Guam hymn, Whanogi Tomorrow, the Honorable Senator Louise Munya.
Todo tempo e paz para Rita, Janguini
The Guam hymn then sung out, and the teams will shake hands. A lot of players know each other well, and this will be a very entertaining game. As we see our three officials for today's game: James Boyer, Vaughan Maybury, and Kwejin Park. Two from Australia and one from Korea.
From South Korea, Kyun Lin Park.
Now the teams will face as Guam come to the halfway line. New Zealand will do the Maori haka
with a presentation of their ceremonial haka.
With the haka complete then, these two teams will get ready to get underway. Final stages of preparation for them. And it will be the first game for Guam in the 2021 qualifiers for the FIBA Asia Cup. New Zealand hoping to build off the back of that memorable win against Australia. A guy like Ruben Turangi there, we see a big performer in that game against Australia. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for the 25-year-old guard on that particular occasion. And he really did lead the way for New Zealand. Jordan Agati, another big, strong performer, 19 points and 6 rebounds. Oh, sorry, 2 rebounds in that game. Both of those two guys are in the starting 5, as it's Turangi, Ili, Vukona, Smith-Milner, and Agati to take the floor for New Zealand and head coach Pero Cameron. Question for New Zealand is, will there be a hangover from that great performance the other night? There's been so much attention on the New Zealand game. Or will Coach Cameron be able to keep his team focused on this game here tonight as well? For Guam, playing in their first game after the postponement of their game against Hong Kong. Said they've come through the Pacific Games last year. They won the championships. So this team does have some familiarity playing together. And they will go with Curtis Washington, Nova, Ross Cruz, and Ty Wesley, one of the Wesley brothers, just the all three in the lineup today for Coach Calvo. And, you know, expect for that team them to use the play of JP Cruz out on the perimeter. He's a major threat, and then Ty Wesley on the inside. Of course, Darren Hachinova, another strong scorer for the team. Those three were the leaders in that Pacific Games performance last year, with Ty Wesley, a man who has had 2 spells with the New Zealand Breakers in the Australian Basketball League, the NBL. So he will be well known to these New Zealand players, and he will know them well as well. Here comes the Guam team out onto the floor. Big round of applause for them. A great opportunity for these fans here see this Guam team playing at this level. Say 5 o'clock local time. And we are nearly ready to get this game underway. New Zealand in their traditional black uniforms, Guam in the white. Welcome to the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers. Guam versus New Zealand. We're off and underway. First possession goes to Guam, and it's Darren Hatchinova will have possession. Now, look to go to the inside. Ernest Ross trying to find some room under the basket as the jumper doesn't quite go for Jericho Kiruz. So New Zealand come the other way. Their point guard, Shea Illy, gives it over. And the first points of the game go for Smith Milner with the 3. Small, Hatchinova has it. The jumper is good. First points on the board. And it's Ernest Ross knocking them down for Guam. Instantly, Vukona has it. Great footwork for him. Unable to score, though. Rebound taken in by Wesley. Will come the other way. Hatchinova pushes his man out the way, but an offensive foul called. Strong drive from Darren Hatchinova, but just too much contact. And the offensive foul gives it back to New Zealand. See, Hatchinova, good penetration. Uses physical size to try and go against Shane Illy. On that occasion, too much according to the referee. Here is Illy. He had a strong game against Australia, and he shows why, knocking down the 3. 21-point performance against Australia. He will be full of confidence. As a man also full of confidence is Ernest Ross, knocking down his second jumper. This one for 3 to make it a 1-point game, but a foul is called. Crowd getting into this one early. It's going to go against Hatchinova, his second, so already substitutions will be coming in from Guam from the sideline. Illy again, but an illegal screen this time. Looks like it's going to go against Vukona. So interestingly, Guam choosing to go under ball screens against New Zealand. They're going to give them the 3-point shot. That's backfired against them in the early stages, but see if that continues. His first substitution into the game for Guam is the foul problems. Well, Hatchinova sees him go out, and Willie Stinnett comes in. Here he is with the ball. Backup point guard was the number 10. Once more, it's Ross, the offensive force right now for Guam. Can't get that one to go. New Zealand in transition. This is what they do. Early triple doesn't go. Here comes Guam, heading the opposite direction. Wesley hands it over and will get it back. First real touch for Wesley in a scoring position as he finds Stinnett. His layup doesn't go. Vukona off to the races. Kicks it. Tarangi, extra pass. Good work from New Zealand. They'll move it on again. Illy now, he'll penetrate all the way to the ring, but unable to get the score. So you see the tempo New Zealand like to play at. They'll move the ball swiftly out of transition, try to beat you down the floor and then just have you chase the ball. There's Wesley's pass, a wayward one. And he goes out of bounds in favor of New Zealand. Ty Wesley, the leading scorer for that Pacific Games team. You know, arguably the most accomplished of these Guam players in terms of his professional career. Pass to the inside, kicked. There he is. He was born in Utah, but grew up here on Guam as his father worked at the University of Guam. And then he went back to university, playing in the US, did Ty Wesley. As Tarangi comes off the down screen, sets the feet. I mean, that's just too easy, too smooth for a man full of confidence. That big 21-point game. Arguably Ranji becoming the star, the lead player on this New Zealand team in these qualifiers. That's the baseline drive and lovely finish from Washington. Good quick step from him, kind of caught the defense sleeping. Another three, look at the time and space, he's already made one. There's Smith-Milner, but can't hit that one. And Guam needs to try and challenge these three-point shots for New Zealand, as they've made three now. Ross will take one of his own. Looks towards the official, doesn't get it. New Zealand going to push here. 3-on-1. Little pass to the inside. Vukona's down the floor and he lays it up. Great work from Mika Vukona. And the veteran, down the floor early, gets the score. 4-point game as Washington's three doesn't go. New Zealand coming the other way. Hesitation, gives it over now, Shane Ely. He doesn't get it, good work on the glass, but only goes as far as a Guam player. Now the quick three is up. Jericho Cruz can't get it to go, and New Zealand will come the other way in a fast tempo game. Cruz tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Good hands from him defensively. And substitutions, Brewster will come in for the first time for New Zealand. As does Taylor Britt. There we see the score earlier from Vukona. So he's the man who's gone out alongside Shane Ely. Tough pull-up. Doesn't get the roll. Oh, the new man in, Britt. The foul is called on the rebound. Crowd don't like it. Some boos raining out here. It's a packed house, isn't it? 160,000 people live on the island of Guam. Percentage of those in the arena here tonight. So New Zealand have the 4-point lead, 11-7. Approaching midway through this first quarter. Bring it back out into the backcourt. Now Tarangi looking to penetrate, nearly stumbles, turns it over. Guam off to the races. Cruz slices in and lays it up beautifully. Great transition score from Cruz. Heavy screen, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Well, everybody's shaken up on that one. Smith-Milner's going to be called for it, as he tried to set the pick, and he came up the worst. There's the finish. Great play from Jericho Cruz, his first points. Smith-Milner goes to the bench. It's the man who was shaken up as Tom Bojanovic comes in. Jonathan Galloway set foot on the floor for Guam as well. Big man, number 55. He is a defensive presence for Guam. Here is Joseph Blass. Another fresh man in. Cruz off the screen, finds Wesley. Good step from Wesley to the inside. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Well, Ty Wesley, we said, is a man who is known throughout New Zealand after his 2 spells with the Breakers in the NBL. He'll tie the game at 11 apiece here, and New Zealand nearly get tied up. Jump up from Vodanovic. Can't get it to go, and a chance for Guam to take their first lead. Ross comes away with it, pulls up, takes the three. Doesn't get it to go. Cruz, though, open on the jump shot. This also doesn't go. And a foul on the rebound. Looks like Galloway is going to be called with it. Little shake of the head from Jonathan Galloway. First personal on him. Possession will be back with New Zealand. Britt goes out. Short spell for him as Shane Ely comes back. Oh, lovely backdoor cut from Ely. He'll lay it up. beautiful play. Looked like he was going to take the hand off, but just great quickness, awareness on the point guard. The cut back door into the open space. Rico Cruz to the inside, Galloway. It's to his left hand, can't get it. Good offensive rebound from him, the kick out. And now a three is good, and Guam have their first lead of the night. Great offensive rebound and kick out from Galloway. And it's Blast knocking it down, but they're going to have to challenge these three-point shooters. As that one comes up short, an offensive rebound from Brewster, and he is fouled. And you see the kick out and three, giving Guam their first lead of the night. Blast getting it to go. Both these two teams look like they're going to rely on that three-point shot. So it may well be the battle of who shoots it the best. Brewster at the line. Make the first. 10 points, 4 rebounds for Brewster. 14 minutes against Australia. Makes the second to tie us at 14 apiece. As Wesley brings it down, gives it to Ross. Back to Wesley, a lot of space for him. Here comes the double, someone's going to be open. Ross just decides to take it on his own. Nearly gets it to go. Looks like it's going to be called as an offensive foul. Not sure Ernest Ross agrees with that one. That's good work from Illy. He's had a strong game. He's fouled as well on the three. Yeah, clear foul. That's Hachinova. Came back into the game and he's just picked up another foul. So it's a big letdown for Guam. Their starting point guard and Coach Calvo went back with Hachinova, trying to show him, you know, that he trusts him. And Hachinova, it's a silly foul on the jump shooter there. Shane Illy taking the three. Hachinova just took the legs away from him. First is good. Shane Illy, what a game for him already in this one. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Makes his first 2. Most improved player in the 2018 NBL Championships, a couple of years ago now, but shows you the quality he has. Some more substitutions coming for New Zealand. Second game for New Zealand in a few days, so they're trying to rotate their team. There's the strong drive from Wesley, and he'll get the finish. So Wesley, second score for him. Hands it over. There's a foul. Another foul. No, offensive. No. That's like that call. Have a little head tap to the referee as soon as it was made. It's the score from Wesley. Showing his versatility, going straight at Smith Milner. Now Guam looking for the lead once again. Back to Stinnett, now to Wesley. Wesley kicks it. Ross is going to take the three, and he's fouled, and he makes it. Well, Ernest Ross has some pedigree, and he looks like he is fired up for this game here today. born on Guam. Ernest Ross, but grew up in North Carolina, and then went through the US college system at Auburn and then Missouri. So 2 big-time schools for him, where he started on his professional career last, playing for the South Bay Lakers in the G League. As the quick 3 the other way, doesn't go. And Guam have a chance to open this lead out even more. Once more, Ross squares up into the post. And now Ross again, it doesn't go. Comes out to Illy. Skips it over to the far side now. And New Zealand just looking a little unsure of where to go offensively. Feel like, you know, this strong play from Guam, it's really put them on the heels. Handoff then, Shane Illy dancing with it. He's going to take another triple. Looked like he was fouled again. But this time, yeah. No call, and Guam the other way. Cruz dances in. He loves that little scoop, does Cruz. Couldn't get it to go on this occasion. As New Zealand going the other way. Durangi trying to find something. Kicks it out, and a triple is good. Well, Ethan Ratsbach makes his first 3 of the evening to tie us at 20 apiece here, and that's what New Zealand could do to you. Jericho Cruz had the opportunity one end, didn't he? Got to the ring, unable to finish as Stinnett dances in, gets it on the backdoor cut, and gets a score. And if you can't score, New Zealand will come the other way quickly, but this time New Zealand going to turn it over off the leg of Ely, and it's possession for Guam. So end-line possession. Versatility of Wesley, will bring it down. Double team coming though, he picks it up. Cruz, oh sorry, Stinnett, goes straight to the ring, and he's gonna draw the foul. Well, I think he might question the decision of Michael Stinnett there, but got himself to the line, and he will be rewarded here. 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. New Zealand know they are in for a contest. Coach Cameron looking on. What is going through his mind after the victory against Australia? Got the big win there. How this could change things in this group if Guam can continue this strong start to the game. First from the line is good. Willie Stinnett makes it. 2 of 2 from him, 4 points. Well, he's going to have a big role filling in after the foul trouble. Now was far too easy for Illy, just going straight at the ring. That's the score. Cruz, try and slow this one. Surely they'll hold for the final shot. Cruz. Dancing with it. Getting Brewster to try and guard him. Gets to the lane. The kick out. The 3. Washington can't make it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be New Zealand possession. 3.5 seconds, a lot of time for Shea Illy as well, who has 10 points already in this first quarter. They're going to let him get ahead of steam. That could be dangerous. Illy crosses over. Gets all the way to the inside, but the rejection from Galloway saves a certain 2. Well, Jonathan Galloway, known as a defender, shows why on that possession. And what a first quarter here. It is a 24-22 game, and Guam have the lead over New Zealand. There's the numbers. We said it's going to be a three-point shootout. Both teams have made, as we've got 7 makes between them. And, you know, Guam, 55% from two-point range. I've been so impressed with their play in the early stages here. You know, they have taken the game to New Zealand. They have shown no fear whatsoever. So this is a New Zealand team that's come in full of confidence after beating Australia. But if it was wasn't for the way they've shot the ball from the outside and a couple of these transition scores, especially from Shea Ili, who has 10 points and 2 assists, this could have been a bigger lead right now for Guam, you've got to say, and you feel there's more for them as well. Ty Wesley got a little bit of a blow, but Jericho Cruz just 1 of 4 from the field. We know he's a man as he lays it up there for that 1 field goal he has made. He's a man that can put points on the board as well. But the other way, Shea Ili, laying it up, has 10 points for New Zealand. He has been kind of the answer, the everything for them in that first quarter. So Guam back on the floor early. And if you want to stay up to date with all the games, information, highlights from the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers and beyond, make sure you download the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 app, available on all mobile devices. As the try from Ili will be a foul, sideline possession. Hand off, back to Ili. Now Brewster skips it. Ili again, another 3 is good. 13 points personal for Shea Ili. Low post for Wesley. Trying to find some room. His skip, a loose one taken away by the man at the moment. Ili, he throws ahead. But a turnover, Cruz saves it just, and back to New Zealand. Some discrepancy over the 24, I think. It probably should be at 24. New Zealand ball from the side. Jumper good. Gives New Zealand the lead. Stinnett to the corner. How can Guam keep this offense going? Now they're seeing 4-point deficit, and that's how they're going to keep it going. Straight to the hands of Ty Wesley. He'll lay it up. 3 of 3 from the field for him. He's got 6. Ili again causing problems. Going to draw another foul. This one against Stinnett. So, substitution. See Blas come back onto the game. Brewster off his screen. He'll stop, he'll go, he's rejected by Washington. We know that Jonathan Galloway is known as a shot blocker, but Curtis Washington showing that he's the same. Good work from him, held his ground. Good pick and roll defense. Zealand seems to have made a mistake on the out-of-bounds play. They're going to take the three, though. It doesn't even matter. There was frustration from the guards. But Smith-Milner just steps in, makes the three to make up for it. As now Washington has it, low post. Will they try and double or let him play one-on-one? Washington will take the jumper, comes up short. And New Zealand pushing in the opposite direction. Illy gives it over, gets it back. Now they'll move it over to Brewster. His strong drive, rejected again by Washington. Washington with 2 rejections. See there. Substitutions come in. 6 players on the floor right now for Guam. They sort that as Galloway goes out. Smaller lineup on the floor. Ross has come back in. It's going to help the offense as Illy takes another three. Here is Ross on the glass. Snatches it in. Calls out the play. Lass, one-on-one, spins in the lane. Finds Washington. Here is Cruz kicking it out. Washington with 3 on the clock. Gonna have to get the shot up. Cruz does. Fires it high, can't get it to go. Rebound. Bounces around, eventually falls to a New Zealand hand, but they're gonna turn it over. Try to run a loose pass from Smith-Milner, trying to get it to Brewster. And it goes out of bounds, giving it back to Guam. Coach Cameron crosses the arms, looks on. It's been a better second quarter from New Zealand. 9-2. As defensively is where they've made the biggest adjustment. And a much better job locking in on that end of the floor. Offense never a problem. You know they're going to put up a high total. The question is, can Guam keep up with them? Continue to score at the same level. As Vukona goes out, Raspach comes in. And we're going to have a timeout here. Called by Guam. See if they can get something going offensively.
On defense, these motherfuckers are scoring off the threes. Make them try.
Guam ball.
Yep. Good insight into the timeout once again. As Guam come out of this timeout, trying to search for some points. Just 2 points for them in the second quarter. Here comes Ross over the top of the screen. He's going to try and go one-on-one immediately from here, but he loses the ball. Needs to take it with him. It's in the corner, pass out, Ross nearly takes it away. Now, corner 3, Doesn't go, fight for the rebound. Prooster wins it. Good couple of fakes from him and an excellent finish. As Cruz pulls up. Doesn't get it to go. New Zealand looking to run. And the open three out of transition, but that bounce is clear. Foul is called against New Zealand. Smith-Milner on the rebound. There's the three that doesn't go, but look at Prooster. Great work from him. Crashes the glass. Good couple of fakes. There's these Guam guards under foul trouble. Don't want to commit cheap ones. Still for Guam. They need to get this offense going. This is the man to do it. Ernest Ross. Guarded closely. New Zealand and Jordan Nagati as Ross gets to the inside. Can't get it. His tip is good. And Ross fired up. Well, he is the offensive linchpin for this Guam team. Whenever they need a score, he's the man who's probably going to have to answer us. Shane Illy's that for New Zealand. He goes to the floor. Came up holding his head. There's going to be 5-on-4 here. Someone open. Ross, though, in no hurry. Gives it to Cruz. Now Washington spins away from his man. And Guam with some momentum once more. Back-to-back scores. Nagati nearly loses it. Goes to Prooster, and he's fouled. Cruz. See, lovely pass to the inside, but a beautiful spin and finish from Washington. Wesley sits down, Russell Wesley that is. And the open three from New Zealand, buried. Tom Vodanovic knocking down the three-point shot, his first points of the night. Gives the 6-point lead back to New Zealand. Galloway in, he's coming to screen, rolls, but Ross is going to be wide open. His response doesn't go. Great work from Galloway on the glass. No design play on that occasion. Galloway on the roll. Ross in the lift spot, filling in for the open three. As JP Cruz, a local legend here in Guam, comes into the game for the first time. Captain, and who is a bit of a legend, as I said, here on the island of Guam, but a turnover on the inbound play, 2-on-1. Nagati goes in, he's hammered hard by Washington. We'll get 2 shots. He says it's a travel. 2 shots will be to come here. See any travel at all? Gatti will be at the line. Rich Calvo, excellent job so far. Been very impressed with this Guam performance. Crucial time really for them. They want to go into this half within touching distance, that's for sure. Second misses. It goes now to Galloway. He steps through, needs to finish here. Rejected though, good work. Prooster out. That's good work from Prooster though, to hold his ground, get the block there against the bigger man in Galloway. See if they can inbound successfully here, Guam. Struggling to get it in. Eventually Galloway is available. Now he'll try and find someone. Here's JP Cruz. Sense of excitement from the crowd already. Jericho Cruz loses it. Shot clock plaza goes, but we play on. Britt pushes, finds the open man. Shooter in the corner. Can't get it, but I thought it was going to be New Zealand ball. It's actually back in the possession of Guam. Cruz. It's a bit of pressure from Taylor Britt. Handles it here. Using Ross over the top. This is the play he wanted. Ross comes over the top and says out of the timeout, he's just going to go one-on-one. Shows that he's able to do that. Gets the score. There's Natai into the lane. He can't finish. And a chance coming the other way for Guam. Ross will pull up for three. Misses, but Galloway's there. Galloway forcing it up. Second chance for him. He's fouled and he will be at the line. Great work from Jonathan Galloway. Yet to hit a field goal, but you can't fault the effort. Doing what you want out of your big man, running the floor. Picks up the offensive rebound as we see the previous possession. But in the timeout, when you could hear in, Ernest Ross said, let me come over the top. I'm going to catch it and just play one-on-one. It's exactly what he did there. Immediately on the catch. Got to the ring as Stinnett comes back in. First is good. Mika Vukona comes back into the game. And it's also Ruben Jarangi has it here. He'll take the quick three and he makes it. Well, he spent some time on the bench, but immediately makes the impact on coming back into the game. Jarangi. Turnover. Natai has it, takes his time, gets the finish. And, Jordan Natai moves to 6 points, 4 rebounds as well. Just like that, New Zealand starting to open a lead here. Washington with a beautiful low post move. Loses his man with a little fake of the shoulders towards the baseline. Gets it to go. Vukona nearly travels, but just too much space. And then he is called for the travel. Well, let him go one-on-one. Vukona just kind of lost his footing. Another block for Washington. Shenili comes back into the game. Ross. Over to Stinnett. Crosses the half, guarded closely, nearly stumbles to the floor, and then it's going to be a foul against Dilly. Too much in the end. Team fouls against New Zealand as well, so there'll be shots to come here for Guam. Just a little reach there, no need. Oh no, that's... Sorry, so that's the 4th team foul. Any more will be shots for Guam in his final 2:40. Ross loses it, picks it up, low shot clock for him, fires up the long three. Hits the ring, but a rebound taken in by New Zealand. They'll come in the opposite direction. Look like some steps. It doesn't go on the first attempt. Vukona puts it home. Everybody kind of a little lost there. The light was on the backboard like time had expired. Then Perhaps a travel here against Rangi. All that matters is Vukona kept playing. He put it home, and it's an 8-point game. JP Cruz will go out. Just need to get some sort of momentum here if they can in this final couple of minutes. Cruz is going to be double teamed right in the corner. And he is called for the travel. So Jericho Cruz, you know, got open far too deep against the press. New Zealand made him pay. Bring it in from the side. Spread line up for them. Look at this. Now, Vukona essentially the 5-man. The biggest guy on the floor. All 5 players able to step out, either play or shoot it from the perimeter. Here's Raspach handing it over to Illy. Vukona steps out. Here he is on the cut. Vukona, one dribble, lays it up. And it's a timeout here. This small lineup for New Zealand is working. They have made it a double-digit game. It's 46 plays 36. Guam struggling in this second period. They've been outscored 24-12. And they're going to talk this one over with 2:09 left in the first half.
We just need to settle down right here, guys. Don't allow this run. Hey, we prepared for them to trap. Someone's got to come. Jericho, step through that. You weren't playing strong. Yeah, too deep. They caught us off guard. All right, Will and Jericho, one of you get the ball.
AI.
No, but first deal with this press. All right, Ernest is gonna break sideline. One of you in the middle, and then we push. Biggs, just be ready if we need a help. We're trying to run AI for one of our guards, post man. As soon as he goes by you, weak side post, get the ball, look at the layup. If it's not there, hit the other post.
And try to go Ernest side. Ernest side.
Just a composure timeout for Guam then. They said they knew the press was going to come. They need to deal with it better. It'll be that same play. And they do get it into the half court. Here it is against Bresh Washington helping out. But a loose pass and it's turned over. No, foul. Well, it was there to be taken from Brewster, wasn't it? He saw it and went thinking he could get to the ball first, Dion Brewster, but not quite in time. There'll be 2 shots to come. Well, a lifeline for Guam. Rather than the near turnover, they get to go the other end of the floor and shoot 2 here. Michael Stinnett at the line. Stinnett, 5 points on the game. Perfect 3 of 3. Sorry, Willie Stinnett. Perfect 3 of 3 from the line. Four of 4. Needed points. Rich presence of Russell Wesley onto the floor. Illy to Tarangi. Tarangi trying to find some room. Man falls to the floor and run into the screen. Good work again. The kick out. Brewster, feet set for 3. Doesn't get it. Stinnett pushes. Chance to get something in transition perhaps. Goes to the corner. Cruz steps inside, pulls up too strong. Great work from Stinnett off the glass. Gets the basket to go. And Guam making a little comeback here. Can they hold on the defensive end? Vukona takes the handoff, lays it up, but a foul against Stinnett first. Well, It's going to be 2 shots. But it might have saved points because that was going to be a certain score. That's certain. Stenich just picked up his 3rd personal. So he's surely going to have to go out. Here he is on the glass. It's a shame. And, you know, you look at that point guard combo right now for Guam. Starting point guard Darren Hachinova went out early. He's only played 2 minutes, picked up 3 fouls. And now, but his backup, Willie Stinnett, who's played 9 minutes, 8 points for him. He's picked up his 3rd as well. Frustration for Guam on that occasion there. Ethan Raspuch to the line, makes the pair. Here is the pressure they talked about in the timeout. Will Guam beat it? They find Galloway to the middle. He helps out. So now Ross takes the quick 3. Misses badly. Nearly the other way. Over to Brewster. Brewster's crossover. A lot of hands on the ball. A lot of hands on his arm as well, and it's going to be 2 shots. Another cheap foul for Guam. They're aggressive in trying to get steals. Second on Cruz, but they need to adjust. They can't keep picking up these fouls the way they have. They need to keep their best players on the floor. Guam. Brewster steadies himself at the line. 4 points now for him. Tough shooting night, 1 of 5 on the field. Second is good. 10-point lead restored once more. The pressure will come. Turned over. And Natai gets the score. Well, this 1-2-1-1 press really causing problems for Guam. And eventually get it across, and now they're going to turn it over in the half court as well. Well, they had the opportunity to run. Russell Wesley tried to take it early and dribbles it off his own foot. And all the hard work from Guam coming undone. There's the turnover from Wesley. The 3, short, fight for the rebound. Vukona wins it. He throws it back to Illy, immediately attacks all the way. What a move! Great fake and drive from Shea Illy. And New Zealand, they've opened up a 14-point lead. A little silence really to the crowd here in Guam. Illy, 15 points and 4 assists in this first half. What a performance from him. Ross will hold for the final shot here. Comes off the screen, kicks it, open 3 for Blas, takes it and makes it a huge score as Illy tries to get one final basket for New Zealand, and he does. Lays it up, Cruz cannot get it away in time. Well, a huge 3 from Blas is undone by Shea Illy, scoring his 17th point of the first half. Incredible performance from him. New Zealand have put up 56 points here, and they have the lead at the half as Guam 43, New Zealand 56. Oh, I'll need to take a breath after that one. A highly entertaining game. It's always fast-paced when New Zealand play. They get up and down the floor. Guam went at them toe for toe. But, you know, we talked about the 3-point shooting, and there we see. That's the major difference. New Zealand, 41% from 3. Guam leading in rebounds and turnovers, unfortunately, for them, as that 1-2-1-1 press really did work for New Zealand. Leading scorers, Ross, 13 for Guam, but Shea Illy, what a performance from him. 17 points in that first half to lead the way for New Zealand. Guam will talk it over here at the half, because they're going to have to try and make some adjustments. Just that second quarter, the offense dried up a little 19 points for them. And, you know, the thing about New Zealand, number one, if you don't score on the offensive end, it just leads to transition baskets for New Zealand, allows them to play an open game. When you can score on the offensive end, it gives you the opportunity to get your defense back and established. You see, when New Zealand do have the opportunity to run and play in the open floor, they're so difficult to slow down, so tough to stop. And then, you know, you cannot have those live ball turnovers that Guam had towards the end of the half as well against the pressure. They've got themselves back within touching distance, Guam. They were there, they were alive, but New Zealand turned the screws at the end of the half to take this 13-point lead. Wesley spent some time on the bench in that second quarter. Just 11 minutes for him, so it'll be interesting to see if he comes out and plays a big part in that second half. Guam need his presence on the floor because, you know, plays like this, the live ball turnovers, a real problem. New Zealand, arguably one of the best teams in world basketball, and punishing mistakes on those lines as well. One of the highest scoring teams in the FIBA World Cup 2019, New Zealand. And we can see why with the way they've played it here. There's only one team that scored more points in the first round of the FIBA World Cup than New Zealand, and that was Serbia. Shows you the style of play, the pedigree that they have. So I'm going to take a short break here, but make sure you go nowhere. Second half will be coming up shortly. Man gives it over to Gabar, and then another high-flying dunk.
The pass goes inside to Hamed Haddadi. Oh, my kidding me? Mohamed is not just about scoring and dunking, it's also about the behind-the-back pass. Back down, Herrera instead looks for the pass. Oh, what a play! Abu Hawass floats along the back door and throws it down after the soft pass from Tucker. Play of the game there.
Run this weave now to the high post, quick move. But the rejection from Mayouk. Lebanon in transition now. Mayouk goes up high with the exclamation point. After Mayouk, both ends of the floor. Look at this, there's the block. Runs the floor. Great play from his point guards.
For him, got to go early enough to get the rebound. Steps inside, the three to win it. It's good from the corner. Shanahan makes the three.
Welcome back to halftime here. We're in Guam as the hosts have put on a very impressive first half performance. They do trail at the half thanks to some, very good individual basketball from New Zealand. A step-up performance from Shea Ili as well to lead the way. As we saw the graphics during the half, he currently leads the team in points, rebounding and assists, does Shea Ili, as he has 17 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. A tremendous first half performance in 16 minutes for him, as he's gone 6 of 13 from the field. A 20 efficiency as well. But Guam have played their part. They trail 43-56 right now. If it wasn't for some turnovers late on, it may well have been better, that is for sure. Welcome to the second half then. We are set to get underway. Guam versus New Zealand here in the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers. The fives are out there on the floor. It is Cruz, Galloway, Hachinova, Ross and Washington for Guam, who have the opening possession. Hachinova, the number 22, has been hampered with foul trouble. Only played 2 minutes in that first half, the starting point guard. Let's see what he can add to the team here as Galloway tries to find something. Gets it to Hachinova, who now finds Cruz. Cruz steps inside, gets a wide open look at the foul line, and he makes it. New Zealand, if we can catch a breath before they get to the other end, such a fast-paced team, have their 5 out there on the floor. This is the star man of the first half, Shea Ili, dancing along the baseline. He is fouled, and it's going to be Hachinova picking up number 4. You can see his face, look. He has played now 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And Darren Hachinova has just picked up foul number 4. He remains in the game. Looks like they're just going to let him go. The 3 from Durangi. Durangi makes it. Well, he has not had a massive appearance on the floor, hasn't played 13 minutes. But he's now 3 of 3 for 3. 9 points for him. 10 threes made for New Zealand. And the lead up to 15 as Galloway comes off the screen. Kind of hesitated before he took the shot. New Zealand come the other way. Another 3. Smith-Milner sells the fake. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though. New Zealand will space it out. Tarangi steps back. Take another one. Why not? 4 of 4, Tarangi. Tarangi making it count from beyond the 3-point line. Great shooting display from the youngster. And he was the 2019 most improved player in the NBL after his teammate Ili won it in 2018. Washington again sells that fake to the baseline, gets a wide open look to the middle, can't get it to go. Tarangi, another one, 5 for 5, no, just too strong as Vicona grabs in the rebound. And Guam, it's a worrying time for them right now. Crowd's still filling up, coming back into the arena after the halftime break, and Guam look like they're still on halftime right now as well. Hachinova goes out after he picked up that 4th foul. Oh, he just picked up his 5th. That was him on the rebound. So Hachinova fouls out of the game as the 3 is missed. Well, I don't think I've ever seen someone foul out as quickly. Hachinova, 3 minutes and 49 seconds was all he lasted here tonight. So without starting point guard, how will Guam respond? They trail by 17. Ross gets into the lane. Can't finish. The offensive putback eventually is good by Wesley. By Washington. There's no Ty Wesley out there for Guam. He didn't see a lot of time in that second quarter either. Not sure if that's a tactical decision or if there's an issue there. I see good putback by Washington. But then another foul racked up by Guam, already their 3rd of this second half. And Mika Vicona is going to be at the line. Kona's first is good. Five-time WNBA champion Mika Vukona, twice made the All-NBL second team. That was back in 2013-14. 37 years of age now he is, but still a very integral part of this New Zealand national team. Ross the other way, takes the quick three and buries it. Ernest Ross knocking it down. 16 points now for him. And possession back to New Zealand. Sorry, Guam. That's the turnover from Ili. This is the press up the floor. See if they deal with it better. They do. Stinnett and Cruz do a better job that time, and a nice pass! Washington on the finish. Well, Stinnett beat the pressure, found Washington on the cut. Game back to 12, offensive surely. Yep. The drive from Jordan Nartai, just straight through the defender, really. So there's the thunderous finish from Washington. There's a weak double team, and it's allowed him to see the pass out. Here he is, Stinnett. Now, after that play, putting it on the floor, gets into lane, spins, goes with the left, can't finish, the putback is good for Galloway. Galloway follows up, and now Guam are going to turn and face, get back on defense. That's what New Zealand will do to you. These transition scores as they go low post. Smith-Milner turns to the middle, can't finish. Chance for it to be a single-digit game. The pass ahead, Ross will take it. Guam flying, he buries the three. It's a 7-point game. Well, what a second half this is for Guam. Timeout called by New Zealand. 14-8 run. Guam right back in it. Ross has inspired the run. He's made 2 threes, but everybody playing their part. There's the driving finish from Stinnett after he had the assist for a dunk. Well, who's going to be credited with this one? Is it Stinnett or is it Galloway? Not sure. And then Ross. 2 threes for him in that little spell as well. What was the difference? New Zealand just take some momentum out of the game with the timeout now. And how will they recover? Sure, the game clock started. Officials on top of it though. New Zealand ball. Shot clock down to 18. Downhill for Ili. Rejected by Washington, but it's a foul. Out of the timeout, which Cameron said they want to get downhill. They did exactly that. Washington trying to protect the ring, as we've seen him do numerous times here tonight already, but third foul against him now. Washington, who plays his domestic basketball in the Philippines. Goes to the bench. Shaylee will be at the line. Going back with the smaller lineup. Russell Wesley comes into the game. Washington goes out. Still no tie, Wesley. Point lead restored. Ross is the half. It's the handoff. Take another one. He's made two. Short on this occasion. Leon Brewster ahead of everybody finishes the transition score. And again, you don't score, you miss at one end. New Zealand so quickly get to the other end of the floor. Galloway kicks it out. Cruz isn't in a hurry though. Wesley moves it on to Ross. Now Stinnett. Three is too strong. Wesley with the offensive rebound. Shot clock winding down. Glass comes in. See if they go same play. No, it's going to be the screen. Tarangi goes to Vicona on the low post against the switch. Tough matchup. Great pass out. The three for Natai, and he makes it. So Jordan Natai making down the three. Stinnett score quickly the other way. It's New Zealand. As always, rush. Give it the other end. Extra pass. Brewster, his three. Doesn't go. Stinnett finds Ross. Ross will take the transition three. Both teams gone cold. Illy throws ahead, turns it over. He has been cheap with possession a couple of times, Shaylee, as well as he's played. It's kind of the one downside to what he's done. Then a foul is called against Jordan Natai. Point game here. Substitutions coming in for New Zealand. Batch and Vodanovic come in for New Zealand. Tarangi goes out, you see him there. Stinnett falls. It's picked up by Illy. He'll lay it up for two. Another transition deal to lay up for New Zealand as a timeout is going to be called by Guam here. Lead gets to 14. They will talk this one over, no doubt. Just try and get something against that pressure. It's been a real Achilles heel for Guam. Let's listen in, see what Guam are going to do about it. See if they can make any adjustments.
Joe, you're in, right?
Go Thunder one time. Let me get that guy on the block. Let's go straight Thunder, push through.
Take a few minutes, and then we rotate back. Jericho go one, Joe and Ernest 2-3 play 4. All right? Let's go Thunder to McKelly. Thunder to McKelly. And guys, you got to stay a little tighter on the threes. Close out. High hands. Do not foul on 3-point shots. All right? Let's bear down right here. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, man, what's stopping the time, man? Come on, man. Let's go.
More a breather and a rotation for some of their players than to organise themselves against the pressure then. There's the score for Ili. Moves him to 21 points on the game. 6 rebounds, 5 assists as well for him. A superb individual performance. There are the numbers. Shea Ili, that backs up after the game against Australia, in which he also played very well indeed. He had 21.6 rebounds and 5 assists in his 32 minutes there. Wesley looking around, can't find anybody, eventually gets it to Ross. Ross is going to try and isolate, play one-on-one game. Draws a couple of defenders and is fouled. It's a little lucky for Ross there. He's having to force the play at the end of the shot clock. Into a couple of New Zealand defenders. One will bring it in from the end. Here's Wesley to the inside. Drive. Draws another foul against New Zealand. This one's going to be shots. See Mikel Wesley coming into the game for the first time. So he is the third of the Wesley brothers we've seen. Mikel coming to the end of his playing career. Now, jumper up but short. Now, go the other way. Natai dancing in, skips it to Ili. Extra pass, wide open 3. Short, rebound taken in by Cruz. He'll throw ahead. And Ross ahead of everybody to lay it up for 2 more. Ross moves to 21 points as Brewster quickly the other way. Has to be guarded. Cruz trying his best to keep him out, but Brewster too strong. Gets the score. It's a 14-point game. Depth, a problem for Guam here. Fouls racking up, having to go deep into this bench. It's Wesley trying to find some room. Picks it up, gets it to Ross. Ross will take a 3. He went down like he was fouled. Didn't get the call though. Misses everything, and possession back to New Zealand here. Washington got his short blow. He comes back in. Britt comes onto the floor as the backup point guard for New Zealand. And we see Ty Wesley there giving a high five as Ross comes out of the game. Must be an issue we're unaware of. And the only thing I'm thinking is why Ty Wesley hasn't come back in. Britt along the baseline, lays it up, and a foul as well. Great move from Taylor Britt. First points of the night for him. So, little movement off the ball. Taylor Britt saw the opening. A cheap foul, really, for Guam to give away. Substitutions. JP Cruz is going to come into the game. This goes to the bench. We need an offense from somewhere here. Guam is 5 on the floor, really. Washington, Stinnett are the only guys that have done anything offensively in this game so far. Britt adds the bonus. Here is JP Cruz. Double team coming against Stinnett. He picks it up, finds JP Cruz. His pass to the inside, turned over. Britt. Loose pass ahead, and it's a turnover as New Zealand couldn't save it. It was Bogdanovic attempted to keep it in bounds for his team. Guam double teamed in the backcourt. Somebody else needs to come and be available. Struggling to get it in. JP Cruz does get it, and now it's Stinnett, but the shot clock isn't right. It shows 22 seconds. Is incorrect, so we will take this one to the side. Referees will correct that. Cameron asking. I think he's saying it should be an 8-second violation in the backcourt. Both coaches will be unhappy because he thinks it's an 8-second violation. And going the other way, Coach Calvo, if they hadn't have pulled the violation, I think his team had transition, they had numbers, they could have got an easy score. But now they've got to play 5-on-5 here in the half court. Epi Cruz has it. Crowd begging him to make a play here. Cruz dances with it, takes the jumper. Can't get it. Foul is called. It'll be against Tarangi. So Washington will go to the line to shoot 2 here. Right, so it comes in. Washington makes his first. .6 rebounds on the game for Washington now. And out of Georgia State University in the US. Grew up on Guam while his father was based here in the US military. With the jumper, doesn't go. It's Cruz brings it down the floor. Wesley will set this early screen. It's a big screen for Cruz. He tried to make the pass. He had the open shot. Eventually it did get to Washington though, and now he can play 1-on-1 in the low post. He's been successful and he's fouled, so he will go back to the line. Made 2 for 2 last time. Curtis Washington. Washington's first gets the roll. Even third quarter. As Washington's done well, keeping his team in it. Again, 2 of 2. Find something, hands over. Now low post, Brewster spins away, has it rejected, and Stinnett comes up with the loose ball. Guam can make it a little push here in this final 90 seconds of the third quarter. Washington thought about the 3, gives it over. JP Cruz sells a fake, dances into the lane, loses it on the way. Here comes Illy. He's got 5 on 2. Extra pass to Brewster. Ross fouls, and it's going to be a bonus. Well, the foul wouldn't have been a bad one, but they did not want to give up the 3-point play. Brewster scores. He will be at the line. A foul against Ernest Ross. There we see. Push in the back. So it's 2 points plus the extra one to come. A foul on Ross. The lead back up to 15. It's 16. Cruz over to Stinnett. Nearly loses the ball. Quick hands from Brewster. Now Stinnett into the lane. Pass. Out of bounds. Less than a minute left. The third period. Guam need to get touches to Ross here. Here he is, break into the wing, collects it. Spins, takes contact. It's a violation against Ross. Travel, I think. Crowd, a few boos from them. They're not happy. Said he came down with it before he made the pass, I think. Good the judge. Here he jumps, comes down with the left foot before the pass is made over to Wesley. So that's why it was a turnover. Great opportunity for New Zealand to stretch this lead even more. Plenty of time for them to go 2 for 1 here. This Blas comes in, Stin it out. Making a good shift as Willie Stinnett. It's off that screen. No hurry, they're looking for Brewster against the switch. Brewster now has it in the low block, guarded by JP Cruz. Kick out 3 is good. Great play as Vodanovic makes 3, the second of the game. And a turnover. Illy got a great hand, but will stay with Guam. Illy protesting to the official, I'm not sure what about. Nearly had the steal there. 15 on the clock. 23 in the third quarter left. JP Cruz has it in the corner. Kicks it out. Washington thought about the 3. Now he's got the step. He will be fouled on his way to the basket. So Washington will go to the line again. But New Zealand will have 17 seconds of clock to play with at the end of this third quarter here. It's a 19-point game. It's as large as the lead has been here this evening. Makes the first. Hit the second, but we're going to have another one. I say first miss from the line for Washington from a man who shot it really well. Brewster was in too early, and Washington will get to shoot this one again. This time he makes up for it. Washington makes the second. 16 points for him. Cheer. So now New Zealand will hold for the final possession. Illy trying to find some room. Steps back, takes a 3, he was fouled. Foul against Blas. That's the second time we've seen them foul Shea Illy on the 3-point attempt, and you know, it's so obvious that they take his legs away. If he's kicking them out to the side. Let's have another look. Oh, this is a better angle. No, it's just straight into the body. Clear foul. Really at the line for 3 shots now. Chance to make an impressive game, even more so. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for him before he shoots these 3. And New Zealand have a chance to make this a 20-point game here at the half. Sorry, at the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter. Wesley unable to hit the third. Washington can't get it away in the final 2 seconds, so it's a 19-point game. New Zealand continue with their strong play. They end up scoring 30 points again in this high-scorer game so far. It is Guam 67, New Zealand 86. Just the scoring power of New Zealand, incredible to watch. They've scored 64 points over those last 2 quarters. They've made 13 threes. They've made 15 twos as they've made more from 3. Taken more shots, sorry, from 3 than they have for 2. for Guam. Just 6 of 23 from the three-point range is probably, you know, their Achilles heel right now, that alongside their ability to look after the ball against the pressure. So Guam did a decent job, 24 points for them in that quarter, but just trying to slow down this offensive juggernaut that is New Zealand right now is a very difficult task indeed. We saw Australia give up 108 points to New Zealand, and Guam are on their way to doing similar. So we have a 19-point game here, 10 minutes left. We will head into this final quarter then. Shea Ili remains the MVP of the game here tonight. 23 points for him. Had a huge first half. Third quarter a little bit quieter, but still 23, 6 and 5. A very impressive performance from him. Possession for New Zealand to start us off in the fourth period. As Guam remain in their man-to-man defense. Ili has it, gets to his right hand, kicks it out to Rangi onto the floor. Only 3-second violation. So New Zealand, first offense is a turnover as they go with Ili, Ngaitai, Prewster to Rangi, and Vicona on the floor for them. Stinnett is shaken up for Guam. Go to the locker room, Stinnett, see if he's all right. So he goes out as Evan Jose, Jonathan Galloway, Blass, Ross and Washington make up the 5 for Guam. They're going to have to handle this pressure. Jose into the game. A couple of seconds in that third quarter. As Ross will pull up for 3. Rattles, but comes out. Fight for the rebound. As Ili pushes, lovely no-look pass. Finds Vicona for the reverse. Great pass from Ili. I think we've got a double technical. It's a little confrontation between Galloway and Prewster, who got tangled up. It's an unsportsmanlike foul against Dion Prewster. It happened away from the camera, away from action. Galloway and Prewster got tied up under the basket. So they're coming back down the floor. An incident happens between the two. And Prewster picked up the unsportsmanlike foul. Galloway was 1 of 2 from the line. Be possession for Guam. Prewster goes out. Substitutions come in. Ethan Raspuch comes in. Washington squares up against Vicona. Has some size, could probably shoot over the top of him. Vicona, a great defender though. Plays good positional defense, and Washington comes up short. Ili grabs in a rebound. Now he'll get into the lane. Lovely bounce pass to Vicona. He's unable to finish. Ili got a good hand on the rebound. Couldn't make that one though. And in the end, Galloway comes away with it. Gives it to Ross now. Galloway back to Ross. Tipped out of his hands on his way to the ring. So Willie Stinnett's going to come back in. Seems to be okay. Not sure why he was in problems before. Galloway to Stinnett. Stinnett attacks the baseline. He had Washington open. Didn't pass it, tried to shoot, was rejected, and then picks up the foul. So not a good sequence of play for Willie Stinnett. Fourth personal against him. Let's have another look. Stinnett goes baseline. You can see Washington open there, and he just tried to make up for his mistake, really. Stinnett, good effort, but didn't work. Jericho Cruz has come back into the game. Tarangi dances in, scoops it up for two. Great work from Ruben Tarangi. Now Stinnett comes off the screen, goes over to Ross. Ross has a lane to the ring, can't finish, gets his own rebound. Oh, can't finish the second one. Ross frustrated, just this depth of New Zealand. Bodies coming in, one after the other. Open three in the corner, and Ngatai knocks it down. Jordan Ngatai somehow quietly has moved to 14 points. Timeout called here by Guam. And you can sense a dangerous time. New Zealand starting to really turn the screws, really starting to have momentum here. Guam need some bodies back onto the floor as they've had to go so deep into their bench. You know, some of it foul trouble, some of it injuries has hurt them.
Just represent and leave it on the floor. Not to blame refs, not to worry about what obstacles we're dealing with. Okay, we will get better, but we just got to keep playing, pick each other up, finish strong. That's it. Let's have fun. All right? Yeah. Just chip away. Let's get a run going. That's all we need. Don't worry about the score. Just get a run going. All right? We got to execute. All right? Keep the ball hot. We're getting a little bit isolated. We got to move it. We got to move it, Will. All right? Stay in Utah. Keep the ball moving. Back in defense. Yes, let's go. Let's go.
You're getting the ball, Vince.
Let's go.
8 minutes, guys. That's it.
1, 2, 3. Go.
Great timeout. Coach EJ Carvo told his team, representing Guam, we just need to stay positive, keep it going. Last 8 minutes here. Don't give up on this one. He said, we're going through some adversity. And you know, Ty Wesley yet to return after, you know, that early in the second quarter. Foul trouble as Darren Hatchinova, the point guard, starting point guard, fouled out in less than 4 minutes. Silly won't worry about that though, as he gets the steal and finish. And Guam, after such a strong 3 quarters, kind of falling away from them here in the fourth. Ross gives it to Washington on the inside. Washington spins, steps through. Oh, lovely last fake, but bounces clear as a foul is called. Will stay with Guam though. Kind of summed up this last few minutes for Guam. Good effort, but the quality just wasn't there. Quick hand, Samili, and get the steal and finish. Now Washington with a beautiful move on the low post, just comes away with nothing though. Substitutions from New Zealand as Smith Milner comes in. Galloway. Pass it over to Cruz. Cruz to the corner. And the three-point shot is good. Joseph Plas makes the three. Foul. Smith-Milner on the drive, trying to look for Mika Vukona under the basket, who was fouled. Not team foul, so it'll be end-line possession. Actually, in the corner, Tom Vojanovic penetrates. He's fouled, so he will go to the line for 2 shots. Sorry, it's not Vojanovic, it's Ethan Rasput, Batch. Crowd boo. Let's have another look. Yeah, still going forward, wasn't he, Washington? That was a problem. Just didn't quite make himself stationary. His forward motion went into the man as he was driving to the side. So 2 shots to come here. First is good. Asbach, solid game off the bench. This is 6 points, 2 assists. That was now 7 points, just 1 of 6 from the field though. Ross handling this pressure that drops now, tries to lob it up, and the finish from Washington. How did that get there? Incredible pass from Ross. Washington finishes, but like that, New Zealand respond with a 3. Look at that. Guam, incredible, the alley-oop, the dunk. And within 2 seconds, New Zealand have got it down to the other end, responded with a 3-point shot. Washington to the middle is fouled. Have to earn the 2 from the line. Ross's pass absolutely pinpoint though, from near the halfway line, threw it over the top. Thought the defender was going to get it, but just escaped his fingers. Washington timed it perfectly. Illy goes to the bench. Let's have a look. There you see the lob over the top. It was Illy that couldn't quite get there. Washington with the finish. So with 6:31 left, Shea Illy goes out. I'm not sure if he will return, but hat tip to him. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals as well. And if he doesn't return, that is a very impressive performance, as New Zealand have scored 100 points here. And we're going to have a timeout called by Guam. They trail 74-100. One more run is the cry from Coach Calvo on the side. Let's see if they can get that. Guam trailing by 26 here. They're going to go into a 2-3 zone. Foul. It's called. In from the side, Britt over to Tarangi, and now Britt trying to find something. That's a little glimmer of space. Great kick out. Bruce up, 5 on the clock. Back to Britt, the lefty, takes the jumper and makes it. So Taylor Britt makes the field goal, 5 points personal for him. Ross into the lane, his kick out, finds the open man, but the jump shot doesn't go. It will though, go straight back to Blas. And now Wesley, his three is good. So Michele Wesley makes his first points. In response, New Zealand too strong. Offensive rebound for Vakona. Tarangi gives over to Brewster. Brewster. It's into the lane. What a pass, but the layup from Will Smith. Milner misses. Transition, +1. Good work from Guam. They said, let's try and get a run going. They've done that here. 5 in a row for them. Blas with the finish. Nice little pass on Jericho Cruz. Substitutions come in for New Zealand. Jordan Naitai is in. Extra point doesn't go though. New Zealand heading in the opposite direction. Look at Vakona down the middle of the floor. Healy back on as well. Kick out from Vakona to Naitai. Goes out of bounds. Sideline possession. Ross guarded by Brewster. Uses this high screen from Galloway. Galloway slowly rolling down the lane. Trying to take up position for a rebound. Nothing there though. Cruz trying to make some space. He'll take the long three. It's short. And Vakona snatches in the rebound. 7th rebound of the game for Vakona. Working towards a double-double as he's got 10 points. Illy gives it to Tarangi. Another 3 for Tarangi. That's 5 on the game for him. And another assist for New Zealand and for Shea Illy as well. Galloway's little jump hook doesn't go. Tarangi, oh sorry, Vakona pushing the other way. To Jordan Naitai, the lefty sets the feet. Can't get it. Galloway's rebound. Here it is. Cruz. Oh, he's going to blow the layup. But Blas stays with it. Good effort from him. Joseph Blas makes the score. Tarangi over to Brewster. Brewster into the lane. His pass, a loose one. Ross got a good hand on it. And now Guam can come the other way. Back to the hands of Ross. Galloway, inside pass. Wesley, his little scoop is good. Michele Wesley then with the score, the oldest of the 3 brothers in the Guam team. 3 of them, 3 of 7 children in the Wesley family. What a sight for them, all 3. Or 3 boys playing for Guam national team at the same time. First time they all played together was the Pacific Games last summer. Great to see them still there as New Zealand call a timeout. Let's listen in, see what Coach Cameron has to say. Guam dropped into the 2-3 zone, and it's been effective just to kind of change the offensive rhythm, really, for New Zealand. Some needing to play slightly different way, see if it can disrupt their offensive flow. Tarangi making his shots, though. He's made 5 threes. He's got 17 points. He shot it extremely well from beyond the 3-point line. Just the He's 5 for 8 now. He was 4 of 4 to begin the game. Missed his last couple before making that one. Here he is on the ball. Lovely bounce past the inside of Vicona. No foul. Guam will come the other way. Blas over to Ross. He'll take a long three. Can't get it. Britt with the rebound, and he'll push the other way. Naitai back into the hands of Britt. It's man-to-man defense this time from Guam. They can't let penetration so easily, but Britt can't finish. It's going to be a technical foul against New Zealand. Well, perhaps saved a point there because it's a technical foul against the bench. And Ross had a wide open layup, so he would have had 2 points. And instead, he's got to make it from the line. You see Jordan Naitai there, shaken up. I didn't see what the incident was, but Coach Cameron kind of made an action like he had been hit in the face. Naitai still struggling. So I wonder if there was a finger in the eye. Interesting to see a replay if we could have that one. I missed it in live action, that's for sure. A shot to come for Ross then because of the technical foul. Oh, sorry, no, it's going to be Irvin Jose to take the technical free throw. Scoreless on the game. Too strong from him, so now will be possession. Let's have another look. Here's Naitai. He has the ball. There's the finger in the eye, right in front of the referee. So I think that's what the complaint is. And Naitai clearly got hit in the face. Wasn't called. He's gone out. Ethan Raspach is in. That's Washington's kick out, looking for Cruz. Here he is. JP Cruz can't make any space though. Gets it back again. Now sells the fake into the lane. Finds Wesley. Lovely footwork from Wesley to get the score. Over to Raspach, back to Vicona. Defense rotates well though. Washington cuts off his options, but the three is still up and away. Doesn't drop for Murray, seeing his first action. And now here he has it again. Murray for another three. Doesn't get it. Second offensive rebound for Britt, and he is fouled on his way to the basket. Good work for Taylor Britt. Back-to-back offensive rebounds for him. Willie Stinnett's going to come in. Jonathan Galloway back in as well for the final 2 minutes here. Good. Now Galloway gets it over the half. New Zealand not easing up with this pressure. Still denying the pass as Galloway gets it over the top. His reverse is good. Substitutions come. Vodanovic comes in. We've got a 20-point game. Vodanovic hands it over now. Gets it back. This was too low for him to really take a clean catch and shot, though. He still takes it. Comes up short. Guam will push. JP Cruz now trying to find some sort of room into the edge of the lane. He's rejected. Push the other way from Raspach. He is fouled. Body's flying as Jose lands on top of him. Both seem to be okay. Dispatch will be at the line. Dispatch has 10 points on the game, just 2 of 7 from the field. As the first goes. And the second. Still the pressure up the floor. Spin it. Gets it over to Wesley. JP Cruz trying to find some room. He's short. Chance to run 3-on-1 for New Zealand. A little pass and an easy finish. Great transition play. It's Tom Vodanovic moving to 8 points after Murray gives the assist. Foul as we're inside a minute left on this one. And Keely Wesley will be at the line. Wesley, the oldest of the brothers, as I mentioned, all 3 of them in the roster today. He was the 2001 Mountain West Conference Player of the Year at Brigham Young University. So a great pedigree for him. He's 41 years of age now. Here's Wesley. A superb basketball career. So Britt into the lane, kicks it. Vodanovic for 3. In and out. Galloway with the rebound. Now JP Cruz trying to find some room. He'll pull up for the 3. JP Cruz knocks it down. The crowd will love that one. He hits his first points for Guam in the 2021 qualifiers. Here is Dispatch's 3, doesn't go. Last 30 seconds. Galloway with the rebound. They go ahead, and now Jose pulls up. Can't get his 3 to go. Dispatch throws it up, and there is the finish. Great work from New Zealand. And young Harrison getting some court time at the end of the game. Galloway and Vodanovic. They've had a little back and forth here, last couple of possessions. There's an incident under the basket as they went the other way for the lob with Harrison. Yeah. And now, Vodanovic happy to commit the foul here. Puts Galloway on the line. 12 points, 8 rebounds for him. Can't hit the bonus though. And New Zealand will see this one out, dribble it out as they get their second victory of qualification. An impressive road win for them. A high-tempo game as they like. And congratulations to Coach Pero Cameron and his team as they take the game here. Eventually, Guam 94, New Zealand 113. Let's shake hands. So, Pero Cameron must be delighted. 2-0, job done for them in their qualification hopes. They got the memorable win over Australia on Thursday night, and now they've backed it up with a victory here against Guam on the road. But all credit to Guam and their performance, you know, to put up 94 points shows you the quality they have, and they're going to have a, you know, some part to play in this qualification from this group, that's for sure. The numbers, New Zealand, they made 16 threes on the game at, you know, nearly 40%. Great offensive basketball from them as they put up that 113 points. They got out-rebounded on the game, but and had high turnovers for both. But they were led by Shea Ili, who was brilliant. You know, 25 points, as you can see there, but an all-round game for him. Ross, 21 in reply for Guam, but you know, the strength and depth of New Zealand, led by Ili, who had 8 rebounds and 7 assists, 4 steals to go with those 25 points as well. Really was the main reason, the main protagonist behind this victory. There he is with one of those assists. But he was joined by double-figure scorers. Tarangi, who had 5 threes on his way to 17 points. Jordan Knight had 3 threes, 14 points. Prooster 12, Raspach 12, and Vukona 10 points and 7 rebounds as well as the key players. And on the other side for Guam, how they missed Ty Wesley. He played the first 11 minutes of the game. He went out. He was never to return. 6 points and 2 rebounds for him in that period. And in the losing effort for them, we mentioned, you know, the big game of Ernest Lee Ross. 21 points, 6 rebounds for him. And also Galloway, who had 12 points and 8 rebounds. Stinnett, 10 points. But Curtis Washington, 19 and 9, 19 points, 9 rebounds, going 6 of 12 from the field. Had an impressive game as well. But, you know, overall, highly entertaining game. And as I said, you know, as this group uncovers, as this group sort of finds its feet, Group C will be a very intriguing one as well. Guam will play their part, I'm sure. Well, they still need to rearrange the game against Hong Kong, but when these teams reconvene at another time, it'll be interesting to see if they can push themselves up as one of the top 2 teams in this group. And here are some of the highlights. A veteran, Wesley, getting a couple of scores there. But New Zealand just, you know, see wave after wave of attack coming, the strength and depth of their lineup. You know, they go deep into their bench. Really, sort of 10, 11 guys that they can play meaningful minutes to and do as well. And they will take the victory here. So, Group C looks like this after 2 games. New Zealand at the top 2-0. Australia 1-1 in second place. And Guam and Hong Kong still searching for their first victory. But I will say good night and goodbye from the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers in Guam as New Zealand take this one 113 to 94.